Okay, peace. What's going on, fam? So listen now. I told you earlier that man, I've been building with him about trauma sharing, right? So I want y'all to think about something, right? What is trauma talk about? And why are we talking about trauma? Well, one of the reasons is because trauma is at the forefront of a lot of the decisions and the impact that it has on our lives, right? Some of us have acknowledged our traumas, others may have been in denial, but nevertheless, it's going to affect your interaction with people, places, and things. So now, we have to get real strategic in how we go about this, right? Because this is what I'm going to be teaching my youngest. This is important to me, and this is the conversation I'm going to have. And you can share it if you choose to, and if not, it doesn't matter. The conversation ain't for you. But for those of us who really understand the significance of this conversation, well, it's time to have it and stop being afraid, because a lot of us are just putting on because we want people to think that we're okay, but the whole time we're not. And the fact that you're not okay is not, we're not celebrating that, but what I'm saying is that you cannot get beyond whatever is traumatizing you until you reveal what the issues are. I'm inclined to think that trauma shame is the direct result of all the violence that we see. Because people hurting so much and then they don't know how to deal with it, so they project it on others or become triggers for others who is just as traumatized as them. And then the traumatized person will try to tell the other traumatized person how they supposed to respond to their trauma. But, it is what it is, a born universal truth. So look, so we're going to have to get a thinking map about this thing, right? And what's going to happen is we're going to have a core trauma experience, whatever that may be for you, right? Then we're going to go into the first layer, which is going to be your emotional response to it. The feelings of loneliness, anger, sadness, anxiety, fear of rejection, things like that. Then we go into the trauma-driven beliefs. What do you believe about what it is that you're experiencing? Man, I can't trust nobody. I don't deserve love and happiness. I'm not good enough. People always leave me. Right? You start feeding these ideas, right? Then from there, you move into the third level, which is your coping mechanism and the behaviors that you have or that you demonstrate. How you coping with it? Are you smoking, drinking, gambling, having sex, overeating, popping pills? Whatever. It's going to be something, And whatever that something is, it's just going to be a mask to try to avoid or actually confront the thing that you really need to be speaking on. So, for all my youngins, y'all already know what it is, man. We ain't being silent over here about the stuff that happened to us, because that's the only way we can get beyond it, by talking about it, by building it. Then we're going to go into our fourth layer, which is going to be the triggers, things that set you off. I don't think that needs a whole lot of explanation. And then finally, we get to the fifth degree. We're going to be dealing with solutions. How are we going to go about preventing it? Because either you're going to confront it or you're going to suffer. And that's going to be your choice. And that's okay. If you choose to suffer, then you understand that's going to have an impact on everything that you care about and the people that surround you. Suffering becomes a choice. Suffering can lead to a whole lot of things, but the key is just being aware that you have options. And it starts with the conversation, right? It starts with the conversation. And want to hear something funny? It starts with the conversation. Now we got to bring silence into the conversation. Now that's funny. We got to bring silence into the conversation. That's what I'm building with my kids on. And that's what I'm gonna continue to do. Man, BYDS, man. Look at rose, man. Look at them roses. Look at them roses. Jones beautiful, man. We about it.